Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Now a guy who missed the last 2 full seasons, it's Jerick McKinnon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain brings up second and
9 now.
At the 26-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have the second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
The tackle made.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st down, San Francisco.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it, because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go.
Robbie Gould lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
His kick
and the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket, but when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it, and he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Jones on first down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Jones to throw on 2nd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. 12 yards there and a first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1 more yard. The end result, 21 yards. His throw caught around the 6. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
At the 1-yard line.
Now Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The tackle made.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do work.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
The quarterback sack.
And partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything, nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
And Deebo Samuel's another one of those young receivers that not only looks like a running back, but plays like one after the catch. And he had one of the best seasons among 2019's rookie receivers. Just over 800 yards receiving, but by the time the playoffs hit, he'd become WR1 for the 49ers. And now with the departure of Emmanuel Sanders, that should give him even more looks. Look for him to catch the ball downfield and also take it out of the backfield.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Maurice Hurst able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
NFL Madden League Season 192021 games and highlights will be coming up next on Devin Smith Showtime Sports in America.
That's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Here's McKinnon, and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a 49er first down.
They run it with McKinnon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
McKinnon, the ball.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. There's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. On second and goal, Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time a 6-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it.
Intercepted.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing on first down, Jones. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Back to throw. Jones Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete.
Jones' pass intended for Kenny Galladay. Incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Look at this spin.
Balance.
It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35.
Good shot, good shot.
The NFL Madden League Season 192021 Week 3 matchup coming up next. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2-0, Denver Broncos 2-0.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. The Bengals seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we'll head west to check on the other team in the Keystone State, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Randall Cobb up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see the score there, in the second quarter, Curtis Samuel, a strong performance there. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Robbie Gould.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here,
The NFL Madden League Season 192021 Week 3 matchup coming up next. Chicago Bears 1-1, Atlanta Falcons 0-2.
You like what your game plan's showing you.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete.
Jones pass.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
It is fun to watch the big...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, the 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Put that thing over your burn that. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in, and then...
The NFL Madden League Season 192021 Week 3 matchup coming up next. Philadelphia Eagles 1-1, Dallas Cowboys 1-1.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. 25-yard. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their
Washington
first possession
football team
of the second
4-4 Green
half.
Bay Packers 2-8 final.
At halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1. That's complete to Gallman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
To Wayne Gallman.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard.
They run once more with McCannon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jerick McCannon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
That's good.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
That's good.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
1st and goal at the 9.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 20.
Jarek McKinnon making his way back onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. 2nd and 4. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
14.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
10 yards on the pickup.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Pettis now on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
New York set to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Jones now. Throwing on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Jones. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Brings up 3rd.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An 18-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Giants 35.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Pettis now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time, getting the sack. And his throw is incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete here.
The pass.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Gold for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pettis now on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So now Jones and the Giants down by 10, 26 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
43.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for San Francisco, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.